Alright, so my name is Justin, I'm the best man, but before I get into my speech, before I get into my speech though, I really wanted to take the opportunity to really thank Gabe and Jess for throwing together this amazing party, right? I mean, are you guys having a good time? Yeah? That's really due to Gabe and Jess's generosity, so thank you guys for hosting this amazing celebration. And for making me best man and allowing me to be such a big part of the wedding is a huge honor, so thank you. So I've known Gabe about 10 years or so, a little bit over 10 years, and for all best men, I really wouldn't say that we're best friends. You know, as men, we don't really kind of put these kind of labels on ourselves. It just doesn't really sound right. We don't call each other BFF or bestie or anything girl like that. Just doesn't sound right. But if there's anybody here who's qualified to tell you what Gabe meant is one true soulmate, that would be me. It's just like. I mean, Gabe and I, we were just meant to be, right? I mean, I'm the yin to his yang, right? He's more introverted, I'm more extroverted, he's always on time, I'm always late. He's my moral compass that's always keeping me on a straight and narrow, and I'm the guy who's always telling him to loosen up and have some fun. And anybody that's watched us play video games together say that we argue and fight like a whole married couple. I mean, when we play video games together, we'll start yelling at each other, but I mean, the ultimate though is when one of us makes a mistake and we just kind of look at each other and just go, dude, really? Come on. No, I mean, but I've also known Gabe long enough to know that something was also missing in his life. But the funny thing though is that literally everybody else would too. I would always be like, hey, just look at this girl, or hey, look at that girl. But the thing is, Gabe is really, really picky. And he's the type of guy that demands that things get done right the first time. And I understand that, you know, he doesn't want to waste efforts and all, but truth is, we're all really worried about him. I'm sorry, we were, right? It got to the point where our pastor, in the middle of a Sunday sermon, would just stop and announce the entire congregation. Sisters, Gabe is wonderful, beautiful, single, man. It's crazy, right? And now he announced it not just once, but on 2 separate occasions. He really did well. But Gabe is one of those type of guys that really would rather wait for something better. That's just the type of guy he is, right? So I mean, it's like, you know, instead of eating one candy now, he'd rather wait and eat 2 candies later. So I always knew that he would not to say that he would date 2 girls. Not to date 2 girls or marry 2 girls. But I've always known that, you know, when Gabe would finally meet his true soulmate, that he would be marrying twice the woman that he could have gotten. So, and then he met Jess. But the question really became, well, how did I know that she was the one for him? And that's really some of the months of work. Okay. For those of you who know Gabe has, for the longest time, Gabe has an allergy, shall we say. An allergy to being touched. For years, woman or man will try to come up and give him a hug, and I swear to you, it looks like a giraffe, and out there trying to hug her up. It would not look pretty, and just really awful to watch. I'm sorry, man, it's the truth. Those ladies who try to hug you, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, the ladies would come up to Gabe and they try to beat him, say, hey Gabe, and give him a full hug, and come up to him. And he would just make a really pained expression on his face. He'd be just like, oh, and he just awkwardly transitions into a little side hug. But, that being said, when I saw Jess hug Gabe for the first time, that's when I knew. That's when I knew that she was the one. Because never, ever have I ever seen anyone, man or woman, enter Gabe's personal space as comfortably and as gracefully as Jess did. I swear to you, I'm convinced that she's the one that taught me how to kill a pop. I'm sorry, right? I mean, Gabe, you struck gold with her. I mean, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's funny, she's female.
She's female.
Everything that I can't be for Gabe. But in all seriousness, though, I've really gotten to know Jess well over the past few years. And I have to say that the one thing that strikes me most about Jess is that she has an amazing capacity to take care of everybody else around her. She is always trying to make sure that everybody else is happy. I mean, I've been part of a few weddings where the bride is usually more concerned about making sure that she herself shines. I understand that, it was the wedding day, but throughout this entire process, Jess has always approached every single part of the planning as, how can I make sure that my guests, my friends, my family, my loved ones are all having a great time? That's the way she always approached others, and that is an incredibly rare and admirable quality to have. So everybody, if you want to return her favor, please make sure you have lots of fun tonight. Right? Make sure you get yourselves all on the dance floor, because if you don't, she will come find you. And she will put you on the dance floor. Yeah. And Gabe, you, I'll be honest, and I think you know this, but I really look up to you all right now. You're not just the responsible one in a relationship, but you're also a great leader. And anybody that ever talks about you always talks about how you're stand-up guy, right? Nobody has anything bad to say about you. And that's why I know you're ready to be an amazing husband and an awesome father to your family, because of the way you've always been there for me. So no matter what I've done, you've always had my back. And you've always been there for me through good times and bad. So I really couldn't be happier for both of you, for you to have found the wedding minister and the rest of your life. But on a lighter note, though, now that you've left me for Jess and you've gotten married, kind of a little bit of extra free time on my hands. I just started wondering, what am I going to do with all this free time? And I realized there's a silver lining in all this for me. And it means one thing. Ladies, I'm now single. Lots of enthusiastic in the audience tonight. I will meet you ladies at the bar later. No, honestly, I'll tell you what. Okay? I'll let you tell you that. If I had to lose Gabe to anybody, I really could not imagine a more pivotal than Jess. They say that marriage is not about finding a person that you can live with, but it's about finding a person that you can't live without. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to tell you that Gabe has found that person. I firmly believe that the two of you have the kind of love and support that not just inspires everybody else around you, but inspires me as well. I'm so excited to witness the two of you, two people that I love, come get on this journey together for the rest of your lives. So, and most importantly, Gabe, Jess is much more beautiful and will make a far better life than I could have done for you. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please raise your glasses with me. Let's propose a toast to you, Mr. and Mrs. Gabe Jess. May your marriage be always blessed and love always inspired.
Cheers, baby. Cheers, guys. Cheers, boys. Cheers. 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 Cheers, guys.